Bacon and cabbage, rashers and sausages, apple tarts and fresh soda bread. Every window has its own character. Mammy was up early baking our apple tarts, always two. One full one, then a small one from the leftover apples. That's my one. There's a hint of rain on the hills above Skehana. The sulphur from the mines would stifle the road as I remember it now. I can see all the fields that were once hidden by trees and hedging along the timber row. I'll tell you now a memory of mine. Something you'd be shocked at if you heard it today. Where will I start this now? I was running somewhere of a Sunday morning. Mass was just finished and the rain was finishing too. I passed by the folks heading to Croke Park. It's All-Ireland final day and we're up against Waterford again. It's 1963. By the time I got to the River Clock, you'd never think it had been raining at all. But sure, that's always been Irish weather anyway. Jerry and Larry still wearing their mask clothes, of course.
Now the sun shines across the canal end and a flock of seagulls is heading in the ring's end direction. The tricolour is fluttering towards...
Your voice will get stuck like that, you know that? Larry, did you ask Shawnee to get me the...
Oh, yeah, I did, yeah.
And, did he say anything else about it?
He said he'd give it to you tomorrow.
That?
Yeah.
Did he say anything
I didn't
else?
see Shay Lamb till it was too late. Not that we could have avoided him anyway. Small Greg Lamb is in my class in school. Hasn't seen his dad for years, says he.
Hey, Shay. How are you?
Hey,
Myself and Jerry look on in terror. Poor Larry. He looks a bit like Greg, you see. Toddy Brennan. That's him. It was Toddy Brennan's car. My dad knew him before he went off to England and the building sites. He looks like Rockefeller now in his swanky English car and his Dublin suit. I jump into the back and inhale a lovely smell of new leather seats.
Thanks, Mr. Brennan. What time do you suppose we'll be coming home at? For the dinner, of course.
I suppose whatever time it finishes at.
Yeah. Can I have some of the brill cream?
How was work over in England, Mr. Brennan?
Lads, there's so much work over there. You know, I might move over altogether.
Would you do that?
Of course I would. Would you want to get rich?
I suppose so. I'd have to come home, though.
You might think differently when you get older.
I don't think so.
Larry, do you want some?
And end up looking like you.
The smell of Brill cream and new leather and pulp from Guinnesses can't overcome the stench of the Liffey. This is my first time in Dublin. The buildings are huge and the guards wear white gloves. There are traffic lights everywhere and throngs of people everywhere. When we get to Croke Park, he parks the car near the gates.
Joe, have you got any money for this?
It's my treat, lads.
Thanks, Mr. Brandon.
Thanks, Mr. Brennan.
No bother.
Yes.
He tells us to stick together. We make our way along, crushed like sardines in the queue. Arguments start. Waterford will beat you on today. What would you know about hurling? You wouldn't know a hurl from an arse's tail. Go home and sail your boat, Vic. I think there's going to be a fight. One of the lads tells me, that's the way to go on here. That's what makes the day out of it. It's a bit of crack. I gaze around Croke Park. It's the biggest pitch I have ever seen. The noise is deafening. I can't believe I am among so many people. At half time, women come through the crowd shouting apples, pears, bananas, ice creams and chocolates. Coming near the final quarter, our man gives the signal and we squeeze our way through the crowd. We pack into the car again. We stop at a chip shop in Bluebell in Chicore. We are treated to bags of fish and chips. My first time to taste chips and vinegar. The smell of Brill cream is overtaken by the lingering smell of fish and chips. Jerry moans. The bloody grease has destroyed me new clothes, and the cost to me mother is £1 a week at Andy Joe's. The Timber Row Cross is piled high with tyres and broken furniture. Anything the young lads can get their hands on for the homecoming bonfire. I run all the way home. I might not tell Mam and Dad that I went to Dublin.
Still can't get the wireless to work.
Are you still at that thing?
Oh, Dave, did you take the battery down to the shop? Get it charged?
That's not my job. Put that away. Well, look. And we'll look for start to grow.
Sure. I'm starving.
I gave Jimmy back the shovel.
Good.
He said he'd do a bit of painting for us, upstairs.
Well, he's not coming if I'm here.
What's for dinner, Ma?
A bit of bacon and cabbage now.
It was a rough morning. We'll eat at the table like a civilised person.
I'll leave him alone.
Didn't you hear the match?
I was at the All-Ireland final today.
You were in Dublin, were you?
Yeah.
Did you see O'Connell's Bridge?
No. No.
You would have passed the custom house, though.
No.
You get a large bottle of stout.
No. The Liffey's really smelly though.
Did you see Nelson's pillar?
No.
Well, maybe it was the other side of Dublin you were on then.
Probably.
Oh, you're not playing that again.
Toddy Brennan went back to England. I saw him once since that day, when he came home for his mam's funeral. My own mam and dad never believed me about that day. Sure, 'twas probably just as well.